Hi there, and welcome to J. Lambo Concepts. Today we're going to be making a coconut snack bar. So it's a sinfully delicious little snack or treat without the guilt of processed sugars, dairy, gluten, all those bad things that you can find in a store-bought chocolate bar. So the main ingredients are unsweetened coconut. We're going to have some roasted almonds, some coconut oil, some unsweetened dark chocolate that we're going to be sweetening with some brown rice syrup, and some vanilla bean paste for a little bit of flavoring. So these are our main ingredients, and we're going to get started. So first we're going to start by toasting the almonds. So we're going to take a skillet, we're going to start heating it up, and adding our almonds. So we just want to get those nice and toasted just to give a nice nutty warm flavor to them. So it'll just take a few minutes. So here I've lined a pan with a little bit of parchment paper, and I just coated the edges that aren't covered with the parchment with a little bit of the coconut oil, so it's still in the solid form. So I'm just taking it, rubbed it in with my hands, and wiped it over the edges. And that'll just help release the filling of the coconut bars from the pan once they come out of the fridge. So once the almonds have been roasted, so they're still kind of warm, I'm just going to pop them into the food processor. I'm going to blend them up so that we get little bits all through the coconut mixture. Instead of chopping them, you're going to get larger pieces, which you can do, but I like them to be a little more amalgamated into the filling of the bar. I'm going to pop them in here. So in here, I now have the coconut, toasted almonds, brown rice syrup, vanilla bean paste, and the coconut oil that I heated up. We're just going to start to blend all of that together so it becomes a smooth paste. Into our parchment-lined pan. So just use your hands to press it into your pan, and you'll notice that there's a bit of oil coming out. It's a bit warm. So once that sets in the freezer, it'll become more solid. So next we're just going to melt our chocolate. So I'm going to get a pot of water and a glass bowl to go on top, and we're going to start to heat the water. And then once you have the water heated, we're going to add in here our chopped chocolate, coconut oil, and brown rice syrup, and we're going to heat that up. So our chocolate's melting nicely. We have in here the coconut oil and chopped chocolate. So that's just starting to melt. Soon we're going to be adding, once the chocolate's completely melted, we're going to be adding the brown rice syrup to sweeten it a little bit. And then we'll be dipping our coconut bars in. So while this is finishing to heat up, I'm going to prep our filling. So the filling has been pressed in here and is hardened. So I'm going to take it out, just pop it out, that's what the parchment's for, and lay it onto our cutting block. And this is where we get to decide our shape. So how big, how small. Now I want small little bite-sized pieces, so I'm going to cut them into rows. And just chop them into little squares. And these are the pieces that will be dipped in the chocolate to form our little bars, our little bite-sized chocolate bars. Now you can make them longer, smaller, cut them into triangles, use a cookie cutter, make them into hearts. It's up to you, whichever shape you like. So here's the fun part. I've added the brown rice syrup to our melted chocolate, so it does thicken it a little bit, and you want to keep it warm and move quickly. So we're going to start by dipping our pieces. Now you're going to get your fingers a little bit chocolatey, but I don't think anyone's going to mind that. So you dip them in, shake off the excess, and then place it down and let it cool. You just do this till they're all covered and coated in the yum, delicious chocolate. Chocolate is set. You see here it's nice and set. We have our little coconut bites. So I'll just cut one open and show you the nice inside. To store these, keep them in an airtight container. They do stay solid at room temperature, but it's best to keep them in the fridge or in the freezer to keep them for longer periods of time. And you can just take them out and snack whenever you have a little craving for something sweet. So enjoy. Delicious. The richness of the chocolate, the sweetness from the coconut, but not too sweet. If you enjoy these recipes and more, visit jellamboconcepts.com and we'll see you next time. Bye.